officially down to one crew now. This happened within the last week. I haven't been vlogging this week because I've been tired. So you get used to going to bed at 6:30 in the morning because you don't get home until 4:30 in the morning. And then turn around and have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, be here by a little after 5. So my body chemistry and my sleep synapse, or whatever it is, I don't know the terminology, is all out of whack. But I'm getting back to it. I'm getting back to waking up early because I have to do it on the weekends to watch Little Man, of course, you guys know. So I haven't gotten a couple of hours sleep here and there, and just get home and pretty much go to bed and wake up early. Like last night, went to bed at 8 o'clock because I got to be up at 4. I was trying to get in full 8 hours sleep. Didn't happen. So I woke up at 1:30. So I'm kind of tired. But I do have the honors of running machine that I was on night shift or on day shift when there's plenty of veterans that know how to run it, but we're getting short-handed and he trusts me to run this, to keep this mill supplied. Oh yeah, so we are now officially under 30 days left on the calendar before we are jobless. A lot of people have already moved on and have gone on to other jobs. They just didn't wait to get their foot in the door at the other job. I am waiting. I'm going to stick it out, help out my boss. He's a good boss. Plus I get a bonus at the end of it. So I'm going to use that. I don't know what I'm going to do for a job. I've been thinking about doing several different things and just making a complete career change. Back that one up. Well, get that other log out of there. Yeah, so day shift, what I'm doing. I'm working today on about 5 hours sleep. And I've been up since, about this log. I shouldn't have got it. Got a big knot sticking out on the side, and wherever I put it, it's going to be in the way, and I don't want it to mess up saws because it can't do it. If it gets a hard knot, I just keep my eye on it. It can really mess up those saws, snap them right in half. This machine is not made for those big logs with big knots. It doesn't like it. Man, I'm tired. Good thing I got a sit-down job. Yeah. If I wasn't good at this job, I'd be getting up and down a lot. These logs do fall off, and you gotta go out there and pick them up. They just roll right off. I'm back to running. I took a few minutes to get some product into the mill, to the other end of the mill. Not having to worry about logging, just really concentrate on getting some logs. Now you can see up there, I got some logs down there. I'm pretty good at my job. I can bury these people down there in about 15 minutes. And the trick is to be consistent. If you're not consistent at doing this job, you don't get production. And we are a production-based company, and most sawmills are. I was just waiting to hear what's going on right there. So this is kind of what it is. I got these lights and all these things. I'll show you a little bit more on the startup after lunch. We're running a little bit behind on production today, so I can't really go into much detail right now. But when I start up from lunch, which will be in an hour, and a half. So right now it's 9:21 Mountain Daylight Time, and we'll go to lunch at 10:30 and then come back at 11. I'll show you how to start this thing up. It's pretty cool. Oh, I had to do it. I had to go to the store. I needed gas anyway, but got to do it. Energy drink. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it. Been up for 8 hours now, and I've only been at work for 5. And I got me some beef jerky. So I'll head back to work, finish up today. Good thing is I only got 4 more hours, and those 4 hours go pretty quickly. I'll take a cat nap maybe at my last break, get a little quick nap then, and finish out the day. Yeah, 43 degrees. It's kind of cool, and it's almost May. Only thing I miss about the South is springtime. We don't get spring here. We got winter and summer. Okay, we're back from lunch. Okay. We have guys that come up start those saws right up there. I can do the saws, but we have guys that actually, that's their job, is to start these saws and make sure everything's running right. So what I do is I come in here and see this is manual and auto set. So what I do is I switch it from manual to auto, and then that tells the optimizer, go ahead and read and start cutting as you see fit. Then we turn on the hydraulics, right chipping head, left chipping head, head rig transition chains. That are these right here. So that's what's coming off the head rig. See, I can see the curve saw, my in feed for my saws, and my out feed for my saws. That's the head rig. That's the logs I dropped from the head rig. So we got all this side. Then we have waste chain, that's up underneath here, runs along, then it carries it on to the basement on down towards the other end of the mill to separate sawdust and wood chips. And then you have your HR deck rolls, which are these rolls right here that carry it on to the curve saw. You have outfeed rolls that are right before those. These are the sideboard belts like I showed you before. This button right here, if you can see this right here, you can have troubles with logs getting stuck. They kind of wedge in there. And this, what this does is stick out these steel arms to push it off. And then this blows off the photo ice. So that's basically it. So this is the roll. So I'll go ahead and warm those up real quick, especially when it's cold. And then I do it both ways. That's my drop rolls. And then you got your thumpers. So they come down, push the log onto the chain, and then you have your in feed button here, brings in those logs. I have a pedal down here, which brings in those logs. I can push this button here,
which brings in those logs.
This is my button for the auto, so if I push this, every time this log loader goes over, it brings up another log. So yeah, so that's basically it. Everything's pretty automated here. So we have that big giant computer right behind me, and that runs everything. So you have motherboards all over the place, transistors, capacitors, everything, every sensor of that thing, and a ton of wiring. Might be hard to see. Been having troubles with it here lately too.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. So that's how you start up the sharp chain. So we want to get to work as soon as we're ready to run. It's 5 minutes after lunch and nobody's running yet.
Mike Anderson. Yeah.
Not for me. So it's the last 5 minutes of the day. I'm struggling. I'm falling asleep here. That's all I can do to keep my eyes open. I figure I'd talk to this camera for a little bit longer and sign off today. this weekend, get some sleep. I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open. Just sitting here staring at the monotonous logs. Good. Your chain, Bob. Calling it a night. I am done. I'll get that log on Monday. I got a log sitting off to the side of my deck and I'm gonna get it on Monday. And the funny thing is, the harder I try to stay awake, the worse it gets. But once I get outside, get out walking around, I'm fine. But just sitting here, I'm like, and I get that sudden jolt of adrenaline. Keep myself up. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm running today. Once I get outside and walk around, like I said, I'm fine. And I'll get out there and get out in the sunlight. Wind's coming in. I think we're going to have a little small storm tonight. Here comes Henry. Let's see what he's got to say.
I'll help you get that one back on.
I'm going to leave it there. It's only one shift, so we don't have to worry about it being the night shift's way. I'm leaving it there. I'm falling asleep, sitting here going like this.
All right. Have a good weekend.
All right, bud. We'll see you later. Last one's in the belt. Just get this thing turned off. Go home. Relax. Oh, man. This last month has been a struggle. Sick, losing my job, tired all the time. Yep, thanks guys for watching. I don't even know what to say right now. I'll see you guys this weekend. Maybe get some drone footage.